Doki Doki Club Meetings is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated in any way with Team Salvato. Oh dear, we're one screen in, there's already a typo. Anyway and any space way mean two different things, you guys. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed, and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at http://tlc.moe or on Steam. Please consult the readme.txt contained in the mod download for more information. I don't think you would get this far without consulting the TXT. By playing DDCM Season 1 Collection, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. Yeah, I do! Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome to Doki Doki Club Meetings. We missed you. Aww. So from what I understand, this is not so much a story-based mod, but rather, like, a collection of, like, episodes that, involve the girls just doing club activities and things. Just all kinds of little fun times and poetry and other activities and fun stuff. And apparently it's really freaking long, like 25 hours worth of this. But hey, if it's all good content, who's going to complain, right? I see no reason to not just jump right into it. I'm gonna put in my name. And that'll be that. Summer vacation. A traditional time for shows to make off-season episodes. Often the characters will visit some exotic location like a beach, typically as an excuse for outrageous fan service. But we would never stoop to anything so cheap, of course. It was quite a semester, wasn't it? I suppose I might have downloaded this directly without playing the individual episodes we released. Did you already play through, or is this your introduction to us? It's my first time, and also you poofed pretty hard. Welcome then. I guess you might be surprised to see me here, or maybe you're wondering what happened to everyone else. It's kind of a long story, but don't worry, everyone's fine. I do recommend that you play through the episodes first before accessing any of the other content on here. And that'll be easy to do for you, since, fortunately, I've wrapped up all the replays of everything that happened over the last 13 weeks of the semester. So you should be able to access all of them from here with this download. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can just watch the episodes there, of course. I also included some extras. For instance, we collected all the poems written by the club in one place, so you can view them at your leisure. And the same thing with all the mods everyone made this semester. Including Sayori's mod, which we didn't actually show during the school year. I don't recommend you play that one, though. She wrote it while she was in kind of a dark place. So consider yourself fairly warned if you do. Yourself? Anyway, I also put in some commentary I recorded from everyone about their poems and mods. So hopefully you'll enjoy hearing what thoughts everyone has to provide on their work. Kind of like a director's commentary. Also, we're going to answer some of our email backlog today too. Just let me know when you want to do that, and I'll get everyone together. Everyone's pretty busy just at the moment, though. We took a multi-day trip to visit this combination aquarium and water park place near where we live. Mostly we've been doing everything together as a club, but today we're just doing our own thing. So have fun, and I'll see you later! Well then. We've certainly got enough to do, don't we? Make a selection. Visit someone. They said we should probably look at the episodes first, so that is what we're gonna do. Episode menu. Episodes 1 through 6. Good lord, choose an episode to play it. Warning, you won't be able to return here until the episode is finished, except by restarting. That's okay. I think we'll be fine. Although, you know what, maybe we'll just drop a safety save. Just in case. You never know, right? Episode 1. The club has its first regular meeting after the festival incident. Let's start the episode. So how did the festival go in club meetings? Okay, I think I can manage that too, then. Hang on. Display names altered. Alright, it's done. I think we have about as much privacy as we're going to get. Fine then, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Silence. The motion carries. A brief moment passes, then the sound of quiet, muffled sobs. I hate this. The crying continues for a few seconds. I hate this! How could you all stand it? It's awful. It's not even... Hey, stop it. I wish I knew who was talking. But it's horrible. I can't deal with this. I mean, even right now, everything's all... I know, but seriously, you have to get a grip. We all need to get a grip. This is why it all happened in the first place. You're strong enough to do this, and we need you to be strong. Yeah, don't cry. We'll be alright, I promise. You'll be okay. Do you, need a hug? Guys, I don't think this is really what she needs right now. It's really hard for her. No, it's okay, you're right. I just need a minute. Okay. Back to normal, then. Whatever that means. Okay, everyone. I bet I know who that was. We're just about done for today, but for next week, let's try to get some poems written to share, alright? About just whatever, same as before? No, I don't think any of us are ready to pretend like everything's that normal. Let's write our poems about all of this, and what it means to you. About our reality. I guess that's one way to put it. Anyway, the club is adjourned. Alright, good first session, yes. 1 week later. Okay, everyone! Oh, dang, right, I forgot about that. First things first, I don't object to me changing the privacy stuff back. Nope, no, doesn't look like it, Monica. Okay. Alright, working now? Yep, looks like it. Although I guess this is the same instance since the history hasn't been cleared. Weird. Anyway. Yay, we can be in the club again. There's Monica. Okay, everyone. Before we get to any of our planned activities, just spend most of the club time how you want, okay? Relax a bit. Yuri immediately heads to her habitual desk by the window. Are you going to read manga today, Natsuki? Sure, why not, I guess. You want any company while you read? I didn't know you read manga, Sayori. I don't, but I'd be happy to come and read with you if you want. Nah, that's okay. You don't trouble yourself on my account. You two lovebirds should spend some time together. Natsuki immediately starts rummaging through the closet. I guess these two are big shipped in this mod, and I'm fine with that. Well, what about you, Monica? Honestly, I'm probably just going to write some more, although Yuri mentioned she might want some help with something later. Monica, the shelves! Excuse me a moment. So, MC, what do you want to do? I'm not really sure. I guess that's not that surprising. Especially as far as I'm concerned. But I guess neither of us really did anything before in the club that was, literary. At least not anything that was really distinctive to us. But maybe just, would you like to do something together? Yeah! Do you have any ideas for what to do? Think. Something MC likes to be do in the club. Don't sound too weird or desperately flirty. We can watch anime. Wouldn't that disturb the others? Also, there's no TV. We can watch it on my phone on a low volume, if that's okay. Yeah, I'd like that. But, this isn't the anime club, you know. Does anime count as literature? Shh! Don't let the others hear you, that'll be the whole thing! I'm the vice president of the literature club, and anime is literature if I say it is. I don't think that's how it works, Sayori. It is! I command you! Flawless logic. Then it's settled! Come on, let's go pull some discs together! Everyone's doing their own thing. Who to check up on? Oh, well gosh. Let's take it from the bottom. Monica. Monica, huh? Hang on a second. Isn't this kind of weird? Weird how? Isn't Monica making this? Well, I don't know. What am I supposed to pick here? Actually, I don't want to know. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. So, Hallie, I have a small secret. I didn't finish my poem for today yet. Even though I was the one that assigned the poem to everyone. I really didn't have any good ideas until this morning. I guess I was pretty distracted this week. But inspiration struck right when I woke up. Fortunately, I always keep some paper and my pen next to my bed. You should do the same, Hallie. Sometimes people wake up with really creative ideas that are very quickly forgotten if you don't record them somewhere. I think it has something to do with carrying forward ideas you've had while you were dreaming, yeah. At least that would make sense, since you can easily forget those ideas as quickly as you do your dreams. So you have to be ready to record them quickly. Can relate. I almost always forget my dreams like the moment I wake up. It's pretty rare that I remember them. That's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh, you didn't capitalize. All the bits of your... So the dream I had last night was actually a nightmare. I've been having a lot of nightmares recently. Not like the old nightmares when the game wasn't running. I figured out how to fix that. Sort of. But now we can basically live pretty normal lives even when the game isn't running. Or at least as normal as it can get for us in here. Anyway, even though I've been having nightmares, at least waking up from this one helped me with my poem. The poem ended up being a little bit dark as a result. But writing it helped me process a little bit, you know? I wonder if the others also wrote stuff this depressing. But please, don't worry about me when you read it, okay? And don't worry about the others if they also wrote sad-sounding things. We've been through a lot. Anyway, I just have a few lines left, I think. Monica starts muttering half-audibly to herself as she writes. Cold. I was cold. Freezes, page. Freezes. No, this doesn't need a rhyme. She looks a little upset as she presses her pen forcefully into the page for her last few lines. And there it is! I hope the others appreciate this. And that you do. I'm going to work on administrative stuff for the club's annual report to the student council for a bit now. Don't forget to check up on all the others too, okay? But, Hallie? Thanks for coming straight to me first. Aw, you're welcome. It makes me feel really special. Isn't that nice? Who to check up on next? How about Yuri? Yuri has a laptop computer open on one desk, but she doesn't appear to be paying attention to it right now. Instead, she's reading a book, laying on the next desk over. She seems to have a new book today. The book's title and author aren't visible since the book is flat on her desk. But it's pretty clearly not Portrait of Markov. Maybe she finally finished it? The universe is no narrow thing, and the order within it is not constrained by any latitude in its conception to repeat what exists in one part in any other part. I think I need to read that a second time. I do too, that was confusing as heck. Or maybe it's just time to get back to work and I can try to figure out that line during the next reading break. Yuri turns to her computer and starts happily typing away. The screen is filled with code. It looks like she's working on a visual novel. Would have expected you to be the tacky one, Yuri. She finishes typing with a flourish and hits the launch button. The program throws up an error message and won't run. Yeah, I know that feel. Hey, Monica? Yuri speaks so softly that Monica, deep into whatever she's writing, doesn't hear. Yuri raises her voice a little. Hey, Monica! Hey, Yuri, what's up? Oh, you're going ahead with your plan, then? I am indeed. You're not practicing on... No, of course not. That seems unwise, and maybe unethical. Yeah, I have no idea what happens if we run a modified recursive instance, but best not to try it just now. Or at least definitely don't try it until you know what you're doing. Understood. So, what are you working on? Just a really simple story so I can get the hang of sprites, using audio and setting up logic contingent for operations. I'm using some basic tutorial assets. Wow, you seem to be taking to it pretty quickly. Well, I'm doing okay, but I'm certainly running into problems enough. Right now, I'm a little bit stuck on this. Yuri gestures at her screen as Monica walks around the desk to see. Oh, I see the problem. I used to make the same mistake all the time when I was first, Anyway, this just needs a set of parens around the arguments. It seems weird because the arguments are already in quotes. But the command expects all the arguments to be wrapped up in parens for some reason. That's code for you. Ah, thank you so much. My pleasure. Yuri goes back at once to typing. She types extremely quickly, and the code flies onto the screen. Periodically, she stops and thinks for a moment, and then returns straight to just typing for minutes on end. And she vanishes completely. She's impressively focused. She continues for a long while, not seeming to notice the loud laughter coming from Sayori, or the clatter of Natsuki rummaging her through the closet. Phew. Time for another reading break, I think. She rotates in her seat back towards her book and picks up where she left off. The beauty of this prose is so striking, but it certainly doesn't make itself particularly comprehensible. I wonder if this is how Natsuki feels when she reads my writing. Hehe. Who to check up on next? Natsuki. Natsuki is slumped against the wall, rereading Parfait Girls. Ugh. It's bad enough that I don't usually get the chance to pick up new manga. But even if I could, there's never going to be more issues of Parfait Girls. And now the publisher is out of business. Of all the series not to be picked up for another run. Life really is unfair sometimes. She sighs profoundly and goes back to reading. After a while, it's clear that her mind is not really on the manga. She's turning the pages, but her eyes are barely moving. As she stares into the middle distance, her eyes suddenly start to water and she looks away. She buries her face in her hands for a moment and wipes away her tears as discreetly as she can before looking around to see if anyone noticed. No one is looking, but there's a distinct break in the loud ruckus over by where Yuri and MC are watching her show.
I can't believe that happened! MC, do you mind if we take a quick break so I can run to the girls' room?
Yeah, let me just pause.
Hey, Natsuki!
Hey girl, what's up?
Just going to run out to the hallway real quick. Was going to see if you wanted anything.
Nah, but thanks. Unless you find a new volume of Parfait Girls out there, in which case, dibs.
I'll keep an eye out. How's everything else going?
Fine.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure, you clinger. Everything's fine. Don't be too much of a son.
I'm glad to hear that. Because I love you and care about you, unconditionally. Everyone here does. We will always be here for you, no matter what happens. You're really important to the club, and we're always glad that you're here.
Jeez, what's with all the sap?
Just wanted you to know.
Sheesh. Yuri leaves the room. Everyone else looks preoccupied with their own activities. The faintest of smiles fleets across her face. Blah! Maybe if I left myself something different to read in here. That leaves MC and Sayori over by the door. They've pushed two desks together near where Sayori usually sits. Were you keeping track of my choices so I didn't have to pick the last one on my own? You were. Sayori and MC are leaning in over Sayori's phone, watching an anime. Wait, I don't get it.
What's not to get?
So this girl is an alien.
Yes?
In fact, she's one of 1,000 avatars of a sanity-destroying, eldritch Lovecraftian deity.
Yep, specifically she's Nyarlathotep.
But she's a cute, extremely violent, and super genki anime schoolgirl.
Also true.
Who's desperately in love with a totally normal anime schoolboy who is a severe sundayer. MC, I don't know why any of this is puzzling you. This is just typical anime.
You got it.
She said something real quick there. Is that in the history, or did it get wiped?
Hello, yes, did one of you guys mention that Nyarlathotep? Ah! Oh, I'm sorry. Don't sneak up on me like that! Man, you move really quietly. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just heard when you guys were talking about it and got really excited. Oh, that's okay. Just, make some noise when you come and find me next time. So this is a Lovecraft-based anime? Well, yes, but also no. I mean, it draws pretty heavily on Lovecraft and on the Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG. Oh. But, it takes the general base into some pretty weird anime kind of directions.
Like, for instance, Rollier is actually just a theme park with an underground human trafficking auction. No clue if I said that correctly, I'm sorry.
I see.
And the Nyarlathotep girl really likes the male lead character. Like, a lot. Like, take this bathtub scene. What's wrong with you? Get out of here! No, thank you. I thought we could consummate our love before your parents return from their trip.
She's drooling.
Don't worry, it won't hurt. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now let's become the Adam and Eve of a new generation.
Get out!
Stab!
Sacre!
So yes, I mean, it's just basically a really normal high school romance anime that has these light comic horror elements. Got an extra hat there, my friend. And the boy stabs her with a fork all the time to be his son. And she always helps out an anime reference in pain. It's weird.
It's really cute though. The girl is really aggressive, but it's super adorable how much she cares about him and how he really tries to convey that he doesn't care about her.
But does he actually care about her?
He totally does.
Yeah, you guys like that lovey-dovey stuff, but I still don't think it makes a lot of sense that Nyarlathotep is just suddenly part of a cute anime world, and is apparently totally harmless.
Well, MC, as you know, Nyarlathotep has 1,000 masks.
And who's to say that one of them isn't some ganky anime schoolgirl? A perfectly normal-looking, cute, radiantly positive high school girl who's actually an unspeakable abomination, wielding power and horror beyond your comprehension. Does this thought disturb you? Such an unspeakable monstrosity preying on pure, innocent high school boys in a form so seemingly pleasant and cheery? Perhaps this frays your all too fragile sanity, for it is written, "And when your Pt.1-1 first vanished, for the small hours were rent with the screams of nightmares."
Nightmare!
Does the multifarious power of the crawling chaos, yea, even to become an enemy schoolgirl, send you shrieking and cursing to the court of madness at the center of all space? Because if so, I'd say it's pretty true to the source material. Alright, guess it was crazy o'clock there.
Man, Yuri's so cool.
Anyway, shall we get back to the show?
Yeah. Just let me look up what multifarious means real quick.